Yeah. Same old stuff happening. Happening. Uh, hmm. Went down today, got my paperwork filled out for my park. Gotta take care of some stuff this week. Got one issue though, with apparently on the new place I'm gonna be living at, if it does happen, does not have high speed internet. It only has uh, freaking dial up and shit. I'm just like, oh, I mean DSL. I'm just like, really, guys? That's all you have in this area? It's like the most basic internet, and it's really expensive. It's like the slowest possible internet. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. That's all you have there. And there's no other providers. And it's like, yeah, it's a problem. So I'm looking into T-Mobile hotspot for my area if it's a thing, because if that's the case, I'm not gonna be able to play games or stream anymore. And I can't back out of my contract because I'm already in all the way, so it's a pretty shitty predicament. I'll tell you, I'll say that. I'm not too happy about it. So, I don't know what's gonna happen regarding. I'm hoping if this T-Mobile thing goes through, I'll be able to stream. The only thing is, I'm gonna have to. More than likely, I'm gonna have to reduce the stream quality because I'm not gonna be able to stream at the quality I do right now. I'm doing like 3500, which is way too high. So if I stream, it'll probably be at a reduced rate, probably only 480p, because I am not gonna have sufficient internet to accommodate the bandwidth because I only get 100 gigabytes a month. And I did the calculations and like to use 100 gigabytes a month, and with everything I do, including work and the whole month, yeah, I'm only gonna be able to stream it at 480p at 30 frames per second. So I'm gonna have to deal with it until I find a better internet solution because there is nothing available. Unfortunately, in my area, that's unlimited 4G LTE. If I have something that's unlimited, then I can probably stream at 720p 30. That'll be okay. You know, it won't be 60, but you know, I can at least stream still and I can still do everything I want. But without that solution, I don't see uh, me streaming like I used to. So I don't know yet. So I won't know till probably the beginning of July. But yeah, I was pretty bummed out when I heard the internet over at where we're going is pretty garbage. Like it's like top. It's like one of the absolute worst internet you can get. And I was like just surprised like all hell that there's no other option because Spectrum does not service that area, and AT&T pretty much has a monopoly, and they don't offer any alternatives. They only offer like DSL, like it's literally like dial-up modem. It's like, what the fuck? I was like, you gotta be shitting me. You know, if they had like, you know, 25, 50 megs, I could work with that. You know, but the fact that they have that slow is pretty embarrassing. So versus, I have not had slow internet. So we'll see what happens. If I at least have a Wi-Fi option that's fast and reliable, I'm only gonna get like maybe like 25 to 50 megabytes per second, and then I think streaming is anywhere from 8 to 10 megabytes per second, which is, no, sorry, 8 to 12, which is upload, and I think that's fine. I can use that. I just have to reduce the bandwidth. I just can't stream as fast, you know. And I'll probably have to use my my mobile phone to like watch stuff and stuff. I'll probably get an HDMI adapter for my phone, and so if I ever want to watch stuff on the internet, I have to use my phone instead. We'll see what happens, though. But yeah, the internet situation's pretty bad, so my options are really limited. I'm just shocked that AT&T does not offer, you know, just even a 50 megabyte plan. You know, I know that's not the, I know they have, what do you call it, fiber optic. You know, I prefer fiber optic, but they don't offer it in our area. And they said they're not going to install it because the park doesn't want it in there. So that forces me to use a wireless solution. But they said that we might get 5G internet in our area down the road. That might be a reality. And if that's a reality, at least it's an option. But yeah, probably to accommodate the data, I'm probably only going to be streaming for like 2 hours daily during the week, and then weekends I'll stream for like 6 hours each day. So if I do that at 480p, 1 kilobyte speed, I should be like within my data cap limit, no problem. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on it because I can't be without internet. I refuse to. There has to be an option. So, but we'll see. I'm gonna call AT&T tomorrow and see if they have some sort of high-speed solution. You know, with at least, like, I think their data caps at 1 terabyte, which is more than fine. I maybe use, like, 300 gigabytes a month, if that. That's with everybody in the household. So I know that'll be fine, but I gotta see if they even offer it. Judgment.
This is order. Solidify.
Look at you, Booty. Judgment. Punishment.
I will have order. Gather.
Judgment! You can't run! Lights out. Judgment! Yeah.
Gather.
Look at you, Boozle! Judgment!
An unfortunate fault.
But yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing that's been worrying me. Well, kind of messing me up is the internet, so I'm hoping I can get that situation resolved. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to be moving in July. I'm 90% sure it's going to go through. %90 sure.
This will slow things down.
So just hopefully we have an option for the internet. As long as we have an option, I'm okay. You know, because this is one of those things I just cannot. I refuse to just not have internet. It's just not gonna happen. I just didn't think it was gonna be a problem. Yeah, that's one thing I refuse to give up is internet. I am not going to, and I can't anyway because I work from home. So, working internet is kind of needed for my job, or I'm going to be jobless. I'll just have to compromise a little bit. Probably, like I said, stream shorter during the week, and then weekends will be my long streams, and I'll probably have to cut those down a little bit too. Probably no longer than 8 hours on each weekend day. And again, making sure to use the my phone Wi-Fi, my phone mobile data for anything that requires like downloading and stuff like that. If I need to download like a big file or something, I'd probably download it on my phone and just transfer it from my phone to my computer. It's gonna be like several gigs because you gotta figure out ways to cut down costs. But if I can get at least like 50 or megabyte internet from what do you call it? What do you call it? AT&T. Even though it's only like 50 megabytes and 5 upload, I can at least stream at 720p 30 frames, you know, just that won't be as smooth, but you know, at least I could still stream. It won't be a big deal. Because I know a lot of people, they say they have that internet service, and they use what is it called? DirecTV.
Punishment!
Gather.
You can't run. Can't handle your drink. Phew, see? Cross over. Yeah.
Solidify.
Shiver. Judgment.
Yeah, if I need to like accommodate other things, I will. I just have to modify my behaviors and habits to do things a little differently. I said I just have to use my phone more. I just hope the coverage, if I have to use T-Mobile 4G LTE, and just if that's really the option I have to use, I just hope the coverage is good, because that's what worries me. If the coverage is good, then I won't be worried. Because I know the speeds on 4G LTE, like I said, it's anywhere from, I think, low is 12 megabytes per second up to like 50 megabytes per second. And then upload speed is anywhere from like 8 megabytes per second up to like, I think like 24 or something like
You
that.
can't run.
But as long as I have at least 5, that's fine. It's not a big deal. 5's all I really need. I just really thought I was going to transfer my existing service over there, and I would have been fine with that too, because I've used Spectrum for a long time, and I'm happy with it. It's fast enough.
Punishment. You can't run.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Judgment. Look at you, Boozle. See?
Yeah. What's up, Kozu? How you doing? What's going on with you? Have you tried out Eula? Okay, she sounds like she's pretty strong. Did I use them? Oh, I did them all. Oops. I'm done. It's cool that you tried her out. As long as you enjoy her, right? I'll check her out tomorrow after work on Wednesday. Oh yeah, just letting you know, if I move, I don't know if you heard me earlier, about my internet situation. So apparently the new place I'm going to, internet selection is really bad. So I'm looking into another solution to hopefully have internet, because if I literally, it's only that slow ass internet and there's nothing else to do, I can't stream. And I'm hoping that's not the case. I really don't want to give up streaming.
Shiver. Time to go. Go.
So just wanted to let you know that. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I'm really trying to look. Yeah, they don't have. Apparently, this is the problem. Apparently, they don't have Spectrum services that area, but they're not allowed. They're not allowed to go in that park, and the park won't let them in there. So, which is dumb. I don't know why. I think they're hiding something. And it's like, well, why don't you let them install the service? Like, I want them to install that service so I can get my thing transferred over. And that way I'll be happy. I can keep using what I'm using now. It's not going to be any different. So, I don't understand, why they're doing that. It's stupid.
This is order. Gather.
Gee.
Yeah, so if they can't get Spectrum in there, like the only provider, they say they only have one provider in that area, and that's AT&T. And AT&T says they don't have high-speed internet in that area. They only have like fucking shit. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, that's all you guys have? You guys don't have another option? Like, this baffles me that they don't have that. And I'm gonna call them back tomorrow because they didn't really give me a straight answer, but based on the information on the website, it says they don't have high-speed internet in that area. I mean, I don't need BIOS. I know the fiber optic. I know they don't. There's no fiber optic in that park, which is understandable. They don't have fiber optic. That's fine. I can't do anything about that. But there's other options that don't require it, and I'm like, well, don't you have those options? As an alternative. So, I'm trying to see if they T-Mobile supposedly services that area, and they say they have a tower near there. So. And they said they can get internet in that area for via hotspot. So I know it's wireless. I don't prefer wireless, but it's one of those. Well, it's either that or I don't have internet.
Solidify.
So yeah, it's a situation. Unfortunately, it's just one of those. What's up, you Vankster? How you doing, dude? Good to see you. Yeah. I just hope it doesn't go that route, because I really cannot be without internet. I refuse to give up internet. And my thing is, one, I want decent speed. I'm not asking for the top, I just want decent. Because, I want to do the things I do all the time. I stream, I watch, sometimes watch, stuff online, YouTube. Gas shortage? No. No, we're talking about I have internet problems at the new house that we're looking at buying. Internet is apparently very limited selection, and the selection that they have is not very good. So it's very slow, and it's like it doesn't make me happy because one, I'm not gonna deal with dial up. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Dial up internet, like that's like the most garbo thing you can possibly get. Like that's just dinosaur technology. Like how can you not have anything else but then that in that area? Like, are you kidding me? Like you don't have something else. There, supposedly the AT&T said they can do it for me. See, apparently, I mean, I'm hoping that is the case because it wouldn't be too expensive. And if it's reliable and I can get at least a decent amount of data, I can be able to do it. Because the guy offered me a plan. He said, hey, since you're I have a family talk plan right now. I have 9 people on this line. So we pay $180 a month for all 9 lines. So it's about $21 a per. It's like $188 with tax. So it's about about $21 a person, which is not bad. It's only 4 gigs of data, which is like it's a grandfather plan. For the price, it's a great price for what you get. But obviously, that's not going to be the case anymore. So they told me, well, if we upgrade you to the magenta, which is their new plan, family talk, they said you can get it for. It would cost to convert everybody over to an unlimited line. So it's unlimited 4G and LTE, unlimited 5G. 5G is not yet in that area yet. It's planning to be down the road. So, and then I get. They said I have to pay a $50 premium, but it's worth it divided up. Basically, everybody's gonna be paying $35 a month for unlimited internet. I mean, unlimited mobile. So it's because so it'll go up $14 a month, and that would give me 100 gigs of mobile hotspot data. So that's not bad considering as long as I can get that and it's reliable service and it's actually good speed. If I can get like 20, 30, 40 megabytes that I can download and I can actually upload at like 8 to 10 megabytes per second, I'm great. At that point I'd be like, oh yeah, this will work just fine. As long as it's reliable. Because it is a wireless only. They don't have a wired service. Nice. You got Julian. Yeah, Yulin Jing. Nice, dude. That's pretty cool. Well, I understand it's the future. It's just I need it as an option, and at this point, I need it. It needs to be a thing for me. I need unlimited mobile. It's just it needs to be a thing. I don't mind paying the premium. It's fine if everybody can get it. But I also think they need to make it where it's not just tied to phones. It should also be to internet services too, because it's like, hey, I have internet, and I would like to use that mobile data on my internet. Just to have, because they unfortunately tethering is not unlimited. It used to be. They used to let you tether unlimited internet for no extra cup. That's what I mean. 5G is useless if you put data caps. It is. No, you're absolutely right. There's no point having the faster speed if you have data caps. It's like, what's fuck the data cap. Give me unlimited. If you got to charge a little more, I understand. And as long as you give me that option to download as much as I want, because they need to understand that there's so much data being transferred. How big games are, how much, streaming does. They understand that that's a thing. People do that. So they need to be understanding and say, hey, we know that you need the bandwidth. Well, that's the thing. But the thing is, none of the providers here in my area have unlimited data. Have unlimited data. There's no unlimited data. The only thing that's unlimited data is Spectrum, and the new T-Mobile 5G home internet. That is unlimited data, but it's not in my area yet. It probably will be down the road. And that one's $60 a month, and it gives you like 300 megabytes per second download speed and like 20 megabytes upload, which is great for me. I'd be like, oh yeah, sign me up. I would take that in a heartbeat for that amount of speed for that price. That's great. But unfortunately, it's not a thing yet. So I wish it was a thing, but it's not a thing yet.
Add Astro.
Well, the thing is, what they say, this is how they do it. So they throttle you. So if you go past your allocated amount, you basically you have now here's how this plan works. Like the one that I'm gonna get, which is called the Magenta Max, I think it's called. It's $40 a line. But if I have it the way I have it, it's down to $35 a line because I have so many lines. So they give you a discount if you have multiple lines like that. So I have 9 lines. I get like 3 lines free, and 6 of the lines are like $40 each. So it's like $240 a month, which is not bad for all those lines. So that gives you unlimited talk, text, and data. On your phone, it does not get throttled. If you use the phone to transmit the data on the device, you have unlimited at cap speed. I mean, at uncapped speed, whatever the speed's available. So, which is good. So I can use 100 gigs on the one phone, and they will not throttle me, which is good. Now, it also has another feature where you can turn your mobile into a hotspot so other devices can leech off of it. So obviously that's the option I'm doing, and I need to turn my phone into a hotspot so I can use internet on my other devices. My PlayStation, my PC. I'm gonna have to turn on the wireless adapter because that's the option I have to use. I don't have any other option. So my internet's going to be going through the hotspot. Now, that plan I'm getting gives me 100 gigabytes of data unthrottled for hotspot. And I did the math to calculate how much I stream. I can do it if I don't stream at a high quality. So I won't be able to do what I'm doing now. I stream at 720p, 3.5 megs a second. That's just not going to happen with this internet. It's impossible. Not with only that much data. So I'm going to have to throttle back my quality down to either 480p, 30 frames per second, or 720p, 30 frames per second, from either 1 megabytes per second or 2 megabytes per second. So if I do that and I watch what I do, I can get within the 100 megabytes and I'll be okay. So you're going to see my stream tank in quality a little bit. It's not going to be 60 frames anymore. It's going to be 30 frames. It's going to be, probably I haven't had to dial settings back. So, I'm getting a house. I'm buying a house. Problem is, where I'm living, their internet selection is shit. Because I thought Spectrum serviced that area. I looked it up online, and they said that it serviced the area. So I said, okay, I'm just going to do a service transfer, which would have been fine. I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm fine with Spectrum. I've been using Spectrum for the longest, and it works. It's good. You know, I like it. It does what I need it to do. I'm not displeased with the service. You know, it's unlimited data. I mean, we probably transmit about 300 gigabytes of data a month, the whole household. You know, because I got 4 people that use the internet. So, but now that I'm capped, this whole tether thing is going to be only for me. Nobody else can use it because I need it all for me. 100 gigabytes for me is just for me, nobody else. So, but I still have to watch what I'm doing because I'm not going to be able to watch other people stream on my computer. I'm going to have to do it on my phone because it just takes up too much data. I can't watch people's streams because I looked at how much, especially at the quality I'm doing. Unless I'm doing a low quality stream, like I set it to like 240p or 340 60p, which looks god awful. At least on my phone, I can watch something as high quality as I want because it's unlimited. So I can watch 4K. Yeah, it's urban. So it's just in a predicament where I don't have a large selection. And see, I was, even if AT&T was my option, I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe they have, I know I can't get fiber optic. They don't have fiber optic in that area, which is fine. I say, okay, but you do have quote unquote high speed internet, which goes up to like 50 megs per second at 5 megabyte upload. I would have been fine with that just for myself. I would have been like, hey, and they give you a terabyte of bandwidth. It's like, oh, terabyte? Perfectly fine. I can use that. I could work with that if they gave me that much bandwidth. I'm fine. For 4 people in the household, that would be perfectly fine. Our speed downloads won't be as fast, but at least it's like, hey, it's reasonable. This can work. But if they don't offer that, from what I read, they don't offer that in my area. The fastest speed they offer is like 1 meg per second. I'm like, 1 meg per second is garbage. That's horrible. Like, how could you only have that as the only option in this area and you're the only provider? Like, that to me is absurd that you would have that. Like, that to me is like unbelievable that it's your only option. It's like, you gotta have an unlimited option. Yeah, 1 megabytes per second, that's not enough for me. I can't stream. I can't even do my work with that slow. My computer would slow down. You can imagine how bad it would be if I had that internet speed. God, I couldn't do anything. But yeah, no, Kozu, yeah, you're right. Internet is a necessity nowadays. I need it. I work from home. I need internet. I'm not gonna give up my job just because I don't have internet. No, it's not an option for me. I need my internet. Like, I'm sorry, but it's a necessity for me. Everything I do revolves around the internet. My livelihood is around the internet. Everybody in the house uses it, needs it. So, like, come on, guys, you gotta give me something here. I can't just not have internet. I mean, they're expecting me to just, well, you just have to deal without internet. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're sadly mistaken. Like, you can imagine telling a modern day household you can't have internet. They're gonna look at you like you're fucking crazy. Like, you're insane. Like what universe are you living in? Like, holy crap! I talk about being like back in the 70s or 80s. Like, holy shit! You're asinine for thinking that internet is just not a thing in this household. Like, everybody has internet. Like, internet is a necessity nowadays. You cannot function without internet. I already bought my house. It's going through. Well, it's. I've already removed my contingencies, so I can't back out of it. So it's going through. So the only way I could back out is if I fail the loan doesn't go through, or if the other guy backs out, he doesn't want to do it. Then I don't have. Then at that point, it's just, oh well, we just, oh well, we get our money back at that point. We would get our deposit back and everything. I would lose like $800 on the deal because of some things, but I could suck that up. I have that kind of money. But yeah, I'm already at a point in the sale. Well, yeah, I need it. Imagine if they didn't have T-Mobile or nothing in my area. It was always AT&T. It was the dial-up. I would have been so screwed, and I would have probably been in tears, like just be like, "What have I done?" There's got to be an option. It's like you got to be shitting me that you. There's nothing else you can do. Like I refuse to believe that. In 2021, you're gonna tell me there's no internet provider other than dial-up with AT&T in this area? Like, you got to be shitting me. Yeah, that's really. I feel bad for you, Vangster. Like, seriously, I feel bad for people around the world that can't use the internet because of, one, the speed is so atrocious, and two, your bandwidth is so crappy, and then on top of that, they charge you an arm and a leg for it. I mean, that's just sad. That to me is like sad. I feel bad for you guys. Like, legitimately, I feel like in my heart it burdens me to think that you're suffering that way. And that's just like, my God. Like, that to me is uncalled for. That really is. Everybody should have access to decent internet in this day and age. It's just, come on. Yeah, just come on. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know yet, so. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, come on. Because I really thought, I thought I did my homework. I thought I went and said, oh, okay, we're living in Carson. Carson has Spectrum, and Spectrum over is pretty much, they have, their high speed internet, which starts at like 200 megabytes per second now. They don't even go below that anymore. And I was like, oh yeah, 200 megabytes per second, perfect. Like, perfect for me. I could easily use that. Yeah, I mean, of course, when video streaming wasn't a thing, but a lot of people stream nowadays. Like we're all in the same spot. Oh yeah, I know. I agree. And trust me, I'm grateful I have fast speed internet. I mean, like I said, I can imagine. Game's over. I thought I was unhidden, but apparently it still found me. Hopefully we win. Do one more. Yeah, trust me. I know you, Baxter, dude. Like, trust me. I don't want to go back to 1 megabyte per second. I've been there before. I know the feeling with having that slow of internet. Trust me. The last thing I want to do is do that. Yeah, I got caught. Yeah, getting stuck with slow internet, like I said, is not fun. I don't wish that on anybody.
These bombs, so heavy.
Yes, I see. Hopefully we'll have a good harvest this year.
Ain't gonna lie.
Explosion inside city wall. Ground
Yeah,
be that
they're just like
way.
looking up,
Explosions can
text
happen.
and like audio. If you're like listening to music, stuff like that.
Yes, I
Or
see.
like I said, looking up maybe
We'll have a good
decent,
harvest this
not
year.
large images, decent sized images, stuff like that that doesn't involve any video, then you're okay. But the minute you're trying to play games, even games, 1 megabyte per second is not very good. Yeah, I hope it doesn't get to that point. I gotta have something, and there's. I just refuse to believe that there's no option. Like it's just like, oh, like this is all you can get, and or that or have no internet. I'm like, now, like I said, wireless internet is becoming more prominent. Like wired internet, I think is just falling behind. That's why they have to advertise such fast speeds, and why they have to offer you unlimited data on wired internet because why have why have that when you can have it mobile when you can just take it wherever you want. I mean, you gotta compete. So yeah, you just pull for. Nice. Oh man, it does a lot of damage. Yeah, Advanced. I'm glad you at least got better internet. But I'll let you guys know if I have to. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have to stop streaming. I just gonna think you're just not gonna see as nice of a stream. It's gonna be 480p probably for sure at like 30 frames. Because that doesn't. It only eats up like a megasecond, and that's not very much. So shouldn't be a big issue. And I know my habits on streaming. I know how much bandwidth I use, so it more than likely won't be an issue. Yeah, 56 damage. 56k is a lot of damage. That's done. Yeah, like I said, trust me, I don't ever want to stop streaming. Like, I really don't want to stop. So I'll do my best to not let that happen. Trust me, I don't think I think a lot of people that watch me stream wouldn't be too happy if I couldn't stream anymore. Like, oh no, we're not streaming anymore. I'm gonna miss you. I'll never see you again. I was like, can't let that happen. I really can't let that happen. That's asking too much of me to give up. You know, honestly, it's one of my avenues of escape. You know, after I get off work, you know, I do this to relax. And I get to talk to people and play a game I like.
15, 16.
You know, taking that away from me and, you know, yeah, I could play the game without streaming, but I won't have that social interaction like I do. You don't want to miss me suffering.
Come
Aw.
take a look. There will
Yeah.
definitely be something that catches your eye.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's just, you know, I gotta figure something out. There's gotta be something for me. There just has to be. I refuse to throw in the towel. There just has to be something here. Now, if I can find some of the unlimited 4LG 4TE, you know, unlimited 4G LTE that doesn't throttle, and it's like a decent price, even if it's like $70 a month, I'll pay it. Just to have that option, just to be like, hey, I can use this to connect to the internet, and I can enjoy a decent speed and be able to get everything I need as long as the service is reliable. Now, if the service is just like god awful and the towers are just, you know, can't connect at all, then that doesn't solve my problem, and I'm still in the same boat. I mean, I like playing the game. It's just one of those things. Well, I play by myself when I could stream. You know, why do that when I can stream? It's more fun to stream
Have you heard? The rite of parting.
and people watch you, and you're making them happy too because they like seeing you play. So I understand the appeal. Also, you get to show people new things that come out. You know, people get to see it. Kind of like, oh shit, like I've never seen this game before. You know, just introduce people to new things. But yeah, I'll let you guys know what'll change. Like I said, if I can somehow find an unlimited option that can meet my needs, and I don't have to sacrifice, you know, like I said, unlimited 4G LTE that I can pay at a decent price and I can still maintain streaming. Yeah, I'll have to drop my probably quality down a little bit, like down to like 2000 kilobytes per second, you know, 720p or even, like I said, 480p streaming, you know, that's fine. You know, at least I can still stream. You know, people, I don't think people care about the 60 frames per second bullshit. They probably don't care. You know, for me, I care when I'm playing, of course, but for people that are watching, you probably guys don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure you guys could care less if it's 30 frames per second. I mean, if anything, it'd be helping people like you Vangster, you know, who don't have high speed. You know, watching it at 30 frames 480p is probably a blessing to you, because that means you can actually watch it, and it wouldn't bother you. Yeah, it may not look the greatest, but I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It just doesn't look great. It just looks decent. It's like watching videos on Crunchyroll with their free account. You get 480p streaming with commercials. You know, it gets the job done. 480p with a decent upscale looks fine. It doesn't look bad. I definitely can't complain. Have to do Abyss later. Probably do that later in the week. Yeah, that's what I mean. 30 frames per second for watching somebody stream, I think is completely fine. I like 60 frames per second stream, just if I can do it, you know, because it does look nicer. But most people, unless they have high-speed internet, can't watch it because it's too much bandwidth. So I'd rather let more people watch my stream than hog quality. Oh yeah, I know. That's true. You just watch because I mean the game obviously brings people together because you have a common interest in something, so people are more willing to talk to you because they know you like the same things. I know that's why. Like it's like Bursky, he plays this game too. I know, and we share a lot of stuff together because that game is like a common bond for us. Same thing with Guilty Gear. He likes Guilty Gear, so I know when he watches me play Guilty Gear, it gets him to play Guilty Gear because he enjoys it.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches
I'm just waiting for the timer to get going so I can start doing my artifacts, and then that's gonna be it for tonight. Oh, speaking of that, tomorrow. This will be up tomorrow. Okay. Oh, let me do my hot. But yeah, I think during the week though, I'm gonna cut down my streams more. I think I'm gonna, for the sake of saving bandwidth, I'm probably gonna cut it down to like an hour and a half, or maybe even an hour. Because during the week, I really don't stream. During the week, I don't stream because one, I've been busy with work. And I have to get up by 12, so I usually go to bed by 5, no later than 5. So streaming during the week is kind of just a bonus, I don't need to stream during the week.
We have put in
So if I can, because I did a calculation of how much data. They actually give you a calculator how much data you use when you stream, and the amount of data you use at a 480p 30 frames per second stream at 1 meg per second is about 400 megabytes an hour. So if I stream, let's say I stream 2 hours a day, I can do the math right now. It's 400 megabytes per hour per hour roughly. So, and if I stream 20 days out of the month, times 2 hours times 400, that's 16 gigs of data right there. Just that. Just 16 gigs just for streaming for daily during the day. Now the weekend I stream usually anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a night. That's 2 days a week. So what is that? So there's eight days in the weekend times, let's just say 8 hours. That's 64 hours times 400. Yeah, 400 megabytes an hour. So that's eight days, 8 hours each day times 400. That's 25.6 25.6 gigs plus 16 gigs. That's 41.6 gigs of data just from streaming Genshin Impact. That's just the streaming end of it, though. That doesn't count how much data you have to use to actually what do you call it, to connect to the internet to actually play the game, because that takes up data too. And I know they said on average you use about, I think, 100 megabytes an hour. So that'd be, so that's 100 times two gigs. That's for the weekdays. And then the weekends would be another eight times 4, 32 times, that's 3.2 gigs. That's about 5 or 6 gigs more just for Genshin. So I'm already almost at half right there. Plus I got to do my work. Plus I got to do my, I probably will not do my anything that involves like watching people stream. I'm going to do on my phone. It's because I can't, if I do it on my computer, eat up my bandwidth way too fast. And then so if I do it that way, it sounds like I do have a chance to keep it within the 100 gigabyte ballpark. So, but that's what I've been looking at right now. So, now you guys know what that's all about. So, but yeah, if I do it, it sounds like if I do it right, just streaming Genshin Impact, if I maintain that consistency, it'll be about, if I do 2 hours a day and 8 hours each weekend, it'll be about almost 50 gigs a month. That's just for Genshin at 480p 30 frames. So, which is not bad. It gives me another 50 to play with. So we'll see if that actually is a viable option. Because if it is, and then that's the option I'm going to take. It's not perfect, but at least it works. At least it does. I don't have to sacrifice too much. No, 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 no. I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is to maintain, if to accomplish what I said, 50 gigs a month just for Genshin. Because this is factoring in, I stream 2 hours a day during the week, two hours a day during weekdays. So Monday through Monday through Friday, through Sunday through Monday. Yeah, Sunday through Thursday, I will stream for 2 hours. That's the most I'm gonna do. So when I get off work on Sunday through Thursday, I'm only gonna stream 2 hours a day. So that's 40 hours for a month during the weekdays only that I'll stream. On the weekends, I stream longer because I go 8 hours usually on average a day. Sometimes longer. Sometimes 10. That, and I'm saying it's about usually 8 hours average. It depends. It depends my schedule. If I'm working 6 days, I only stream one day, 8 hours. And sometimes it's only six. Sometimes I only do 6 hours. Sometimes, I've streamed four because I'm just tired. But on a long, I usually don't go past 10 hours. Usually, that's like my threshold. After that, I just get too tired, and then I'm just usually my, my eyes start to hurt, and then just, I get cranky, and I'm just like, okay, I better stop streaming because I'm not feeling good. So I stop. Usually, but average is about 8 hours. Like I usually start around 7, 8 o'clock, and I'll stream till like 4 in the morning. Sometimes sooner, I'll drop at 3. It just depends. But to do 2 hours a day during the weekdays and 8 hours a day on each weekend. So if I do that playing Genshin Impact and keeping my data the way I say it will work, I can probably get away with 50 gigabytes a month just for that, just for Genshin. That's just Genshin. That has nothing to do with anything else. It has nothing to do with downloading stuff. It has nothing to do with work. That has nothing to do with anything else. So I'm going to have to calculate my data to work in a 100 gigabyte parameter to say, okay, I need to figure out a plan where I can get everything I want done within 100 gigabytes of data and not go over that. Because the minute I go over that, then my speed throttles. And then at that point, it's just fucking god awful slow. It's so slow, it's just like, Jesus, like, there's just no way. I can't stream at 3G. 3G is way too slow to stream. You can maybe surf like basic web pages with 3G. But yeah, that's probably more than likely the option I'm going to take. It just seems like that is the best option financially and for what I get internet-wise. It's not perfect, but it'll work, Like I read online, like the speeds, 4G LTE ranges anywhere from like 12 megabytes per second up to like 50 megabytes per second, which is that's fine. Yeah, my phone when I'm on 4G on my phone when I'm doing data transfer, like here, and I get pretty good reception. It's like 38 megabytes per second, which is, I'm like, hey, that's fine. That's cool. I'm cool with that. That's completely cool with me. I can work with that. That's not stupid fast, but it's not slow. It's good. Like it's respectable. I can do a lot of stuff with that kind of speed. But also you got to consider too. This is just me. I'm not sharing my internet with anybody. This is only for me. Nobody else is going to have access to this. So, but that's my plan, you Angster. I'm just trying to be smart about it. At least the AT&T, T-Mobile has an option. So that's probably the option I'm going to take. It's the most attractive option. The one thing I do not want, and I've read bad things about it, is they say don't get fucking satellite internet. They say that's like one of the worst options to get. That not only is it stupid expensive, it's really high latency. The speeds aren't that great, and you don't get much, data. Like I heard, like for like 50 gigs a month, it's like $100 a month. $100 a month for only 50 gigabytes of data. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? T-Mobile was only charging me half that for faster speeds. I'm like, why the fuck would I even use you guys? It's like, holy crap, that just sounds fucking terrible. Like, seriously, that sounds god awful. No, no, my mobile is through T-Mobile. I have T-Mobile. And I like it. It's good service. I don't pay much either. So I'm hoping they can work with me and, you know, give me a good plan. Because I've seen that Magenta Max plan. Like I said, if you look online, if you have a family talk plan, which I do, I have like I said, we have 9 lines on one on my plan. I have 9 people that are on my phone plan, so we get a big discount because you know they charge you less for all being on the same family plan. So if I do the Magenta Max, which is the best option they have right now for high speed internet for mobile and for hotspot, that's roughly comes out to about $35 a phone, which is like that's nothing. $35 a month for unlimited 4 and 5G plus, and then I get 100 gigabytes of hotspot data. I'm like, yeah, that to me does not sound like a bad deal for what I'm paying. And if it works good, I'm be completely satisfied with it. Be like, oh, this works. I'm happy. Like I can use this. This is completely fine. I can utilize this. This will work to my advantage. But you know, obviously, if I can get faster internet at a better price, you know, I'd rather do that. Because I know, like Verizon FiOS, like they don't have it in my area, unfortunately. But Verizon FiOS, you can get, I think, as low as like $50 a month, and it gives you like 500 megabyte download, 500 megabyte upload, and it's unlimited data. Like, yeah, I mean, that's I would definitely go for that, but it's not an option for me. We don't have fiber optic where we're at, so, and I don't think we're ever gonna have it. Yeah, AT&T's pretty greedy. Like they're honestly one of the highest priced. Like I like when they told me how much it would cost. I'm like, you guys are fucking insane. You guys, what you guys are charging? Like they're gouging me, and they know it. That's the thing. They know they're gouging me, and they don't care because they're the only show in town where I'm at. They don't give a fuck. Like we're gonna charge you. I was like, well, I'll tell you one thing. When 5G comes in my area, and then they have a strong signal with a tower in my area, which is gonna happen soon, hopefully down the road. You know, and then they have, you know, the home internet for unlimited data for oh, what the fuck? I just killed it. It's like telling me to go again. What the fuck? That was weird. That was weird. It did it, and it just came back already. But yeah, like I said, for the money, it's just, you know, I'd rather stick with T-Mobile. T-Mobile, you get more for your money, and it's way faster speed. Yeah, it is. $100 a month for what do you call it? Satellite dish internet is outrageous. That's a complete rip off. Like like who would buy that shit? Like really? Like when you can get like stellar internet for like $50, $60 a month, and it's unlimited. Like there's the only reason you buy it is if that's really the only thing out there. That's one thing. If I ever moved out of state, I'd be wary of what internet providers are out in those areas because it's like, well, what the fuck do we have out there? You know, that'd be a concern. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm gonna call AT&T tomorrow and see if they have any high-speed internet packages in that area, because I can't do I can't do fucking 1 meg per second. That's just not enough for me. That'd be fine for my dad because he doesn't really do much. You know, for him alone, it'd be completely fine. But for me, no way. Like, no, not a cold day in hell. I'd rather just use my phone at that point. I just wish you could tether off your phone, and I liked it when tethering was a thing back then, when you can tether off your phone for unlimited. Because I would just turn my phone into a hotspot and just tether off it all and just get an unlimited plan and just do that. I mean, shit, I wish that was a thing. It used to be a thing. It used to be a great way to get unlimited internet for a cheap price with your phone plan. But it is no longer an option because they know people were doing it. They got wise to it. Like, we're losing money because people are getting around the system. I'm like, yeah, they're smart for doing that. But then they said, nope, no. We only get unlimited data when you use only on the phone. It's on directly on the phone that the chip is connected to, then it's unlimited. And it does not get throttled. You know, they don't care if it's on the phone, but they don't want you using the internet for your computer and stuff because they know people's, going to use it for streaming and downloading a bunch of games and movies. It's just. Yeah, that's another thing I got to keep in mind too. Because I download games from the computer and I do updates to the games. That's a lot of data. When Genshin Impact gets updates, it's like fucking gigs of data. Like, every month it's going to be like 10 gigs of data that needs to be downloaded to update the game. They do that every like 6 weeks. So I got to make sure I have enough space to download. Also, let's say a new game comes out, I have to download it. Like Resident Evil was like, I think 18 gigs. That's 18 gigs you got to re-download. That's almost a fifth of your data.
Another test subject.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to download games that often, so most of the games I do play, they're usually pretty small. They're like maybe a couple gigs. But at that point, I might need to just keep them on the hard drive. If I ever want to play them again, don't uninstall them. Because re-downloading them is just too much it's just too much bandwidth. Guilty Gear is going to probably be at least like 12 gigs. So that's already 10% of my data gone. And I don't know how much data it uses for playing a fighting game. Like how much data gets transferred each session. Let's say I play for like 4 or 5 hours, like how much data is getting transferred when I'm playing that? Is that like a gig? I mean, you can play new games. Some new games are small. Pixel games are pretty small. Or what I could do is download it on my phone and just transfer from my phone to my hard drive. I could do that too. That's another option. Because again, there's no bandwidth limits. But I'm also going to look into see how much data I can buy extra with T-Mobile. Let's say 100 gigs is not enough, and they say, hey, how much would you charge for 150 gigs? Would you give me a deal? If I buy more up front, because if I can accommodate that and it doesn't cost me too much more, I can do that too. I don't mind paying a small premium if it's going to get me what I want. I can afford it. Just something, unless, once the internet becomes a thing You know, the 5G home internet. Once that becomes a thing, then I won't need to worry about that because then there's no data caps. I can just download as much as I want. I can just do whatever the fuck I want. I don't have to be mindful of anything I do. Yeah, it could be a retro streamer, but I'm gonna keep streaming Genshin. I'm not quitting this game. I can't quit this game. I'm too far invested in this game. I'd have to get really sick of this game for me to stop playing it. Luckily, I'm not playing an MMORPG. I heard that's a lot of data being transferred. Because you got tons of other people you're playing with. Like an online game is the most data intensive. Single player games not bad. Because like this game, not much is going to the server. Because most of it's local. The only time they say like when you play online on this game, your bandwidth like doubles when you're playing with the co-op mode. So you use about twice as much data. So instead of like 100 megabytes per second a session, it's 200 megabytes per second a session. So, but I rarely do co-op in this game. It's rare. So in the times I do, like obviously when I was doing that event with the hide and go seek, that's once in a while that happens. Yeah, I'll figure out ways to accommodate. I will. There's always an option. There has to be. I mean, I refuse to throw the towel in. And also I'm not going to give up my house because of the internet. I mean, that's kind of stupid too. Why would I throw my house away because I'm not happy with the internet? I mean, there's got to be an accommodation. There has to be. It's like I refuse to believe that there is zero options. I can understand if I was living in like, buttfuck Egypt, somewhere where internet was like only the rich people could afford. I can understand that. In a country that doesn't have that kind of technology. But we're in the goddamn United States and California, for God's sakes. California should have probably one of the most abundant sources of internet. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I just hope the internet can work with me, that's all. Once I get that established, I'll have a lot more peace of mind. And then I can be like, okay, I don't feel as worried. Because that trust me, when I talked to the park manager today, my heart about sank into my stomach when she told me that, oh yeah, all we have is AT&T and it's just slow internet. I'm like, fucking for real? That's your option? Like, seriously, that made me feel so like, oh God. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you gotta be kidding me. You're joking, right? There's gotta be another option. So, but I'll do my homework. Like I said, T-Mobile gave me a pretty good option. So, I'm glad T-Mobile at least gave me an option. Say, hey, we can do this. This will work. This will probably work for you. Try this. And I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I guess this actually might work. You just, I have to be careful with my data usage. But if I play my cards right, it sounds like I can do it. And it sounds like I'd be happy. Just the only negative about doing it this way is I can't stream at a higher quality. So the people that are watching won't get as nice a stream. It'll be decent, but people are gonna know when they watch. They'll be like, "Hey, how come your stream is like low quality? When it's only standard definition." I'm like, "Well, That's what I can do. Sorry. That is all I can do, my friends. But yeah, we'll see what happens though. I'm trying to be positive right now. I'm trying not to be a Debbie Downer. I want to make sure, streaming is one of my favorite hobbies. It helps me relax. I get to talk to people. I get to be myself, and I don't want to give that up because it is one of my enjoyments I have after a day of work. It is like, going on, logging off after work and then just coming home and streaming on my computer. I don't know how much bandwidth my job is going to use a day. That's one thing I'm going to have to look up. Most of it's text, so I don't think it'll be too much of a problem. It's just text and voice. The only thing, I do have to do conference calls sometimes, but I don't know how much data that uses, so I need to look into that too. I might just want to do an audio only, because audio is way less bandwidth than video. So, again, I'll just have to measure it out, see like how much data total gets used. And once I figure out that amount, like, if I can get it, if it's like 80 gigs a month I use, from doing all those methods, then it's like, hey, this will be okay. I got 20 left spare change. As long as I can keep within. Now, if I'm reaching the threshold where I'm at 95 and that's consistent, then I'm like, okay, maybe I want to ask and see if we can maybe push the bandwidth a little bit more. There's always ways you can adjust to make it work. Yeah, the T-Mobile services that area. They checked the tower. I gave them the address, and they checked the tower, and they said there is a 4G. There is a 4G LTE tower near there. They said there is also a 5G tower, but it's not. They said they're basically because they bought Sprint, so they're converting their towers to T-Mobile. So they said eventually it's going to service 5G probably in that area down the road. So once that becomes a thing, then I'll be able to have to get the 5G home internet, and that will be a really really awesome option because that'll actually be really fast internet. But as of now, I only have 4G LTE, so which is decent. Yeah, yeah, if T-Mobile, if AT&T does not have at least a decent high-speed internet option that's wired, then I'll just tell them. I'll give them the bird. I'll just tell them like I'm going to T-Mobile. See ya. I won't even consider them as an option. Yeah, no harm off me, man. I'm not gonna suffer. It will work out in the end, hopefully. Like I said, I'm trying to be positive. I don't want to be a negative Nancy. I mean, I was pretty, like I said, when I was talking to her at the meeting today, trust me, my stomach, like I sank my literally it felt my heart went into my stomach, and I was just like, oh God, this is not gonna work. But hey, you know, let's see what happens. Never know. Like I said, maybe this will be damn good. Maybe I'll be super impressed. I'll be like, this is really good. It's possible. I could be totally impressed with it. I'll be like, oh, this actually is a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. You know, I gotta see how good the service is because I would like to. One way to test it is to go to the place
Work hard
and
and
then
live each
test my
day.
phone in that environment.
That is what life in Mondstadt is all about, isn't it?
And if the phone works really good and I have fast internet there, I'll be like, hey, I think this might work. I notice it's real snappy. Because, like, like, I'm using my phone right now, you know, and when I turn the wireless off and I surf on the net. I mean, here, I'll do a speed test right now. Yeah, doing speed test right now on my phone. Ping is 88 milliseconds. Yeah, not bad speed. Not bad at all. Holy crap, it's fast. This is really fast. Holy shit. I'm getting 60 megs per second. 60 megs per second download. 60 megs per second at 88 ping. That's not bad. That's pretty fast. Doesn't tell me the upload speed, unfortunately. I wish it did. It only tells you the. Let's see, speed test. Let me download the app on my phone. And I can. I'm checking right now on my phone how fast it is. I don't really use my phone data that much. Checking to see if it gives me that. So
Everything is negotiable, except overtime.
yeah, this thing busts ass, dude. I'm getting even faster now that I downloaded the app. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. Yeah, this is not bad, dude. Like, I'm getting, my upload is 10 megabytes per second. That's as fast as I get here. This is as fast as I get using Spectrum. My download is 104 megabytes per second. 104 megabytes per second with a 9.29 upload. That's on 4G LTE. That is not bad at all. That's pretty fast. For a mobile phone. That's not bad at all. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. I need to test it over there just to see how much, how fast it would be. But yeah, even if I got half that speed, I'd be fine with that. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. That's fast. I didn't think 4G LTE went up to 100 megs per second. That's pretty quick. Like I said, even if it was half as much, half is fine. Even half of that, if it was 25 megabytes per second, I'd be fine with that. As long as the upload is at least 5 megabytes per second, that's completely fine. I only need technically 2 at max. 2's enough. Because it's only going to be me using it anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I'm pretty legit impressed. It's just more of a matter of reliability, is how reliable is the internet? That's the question. I'd have to test it over there just to see how strong the signal is. As long as the signal is fairly strong, like at least 4 bars, then I should get pretty damn fast internet. Yeah, like internet on my phone is real snappy. I never have any issues with it. 4G LTE is more than enough speed for me. I don't need 5G. 5G is just icing on. It's just a cherry on top. You want stellar internet. But, hey, yeah, that's my situation, guys. So my internet situation will change more than likely in roughly 6 weeks. So, but I'm gonna do my research now. That way, if I need to do the switch to T-Mobile, I'll at least be ready, so I can get that set up. I'll make sure to set up the internet over there. The only thing is, the only negative I see with running into that is my dad, because I know he's not gonna go for heaven. No. Supposedly July 1st. That's supposedly when we're gonna move out. That's supposedly. We're not gonna know anything probably till Friday or Saturday at soonest.
Comes a death devil.
But by then I should have a definitive answer whether we're gonna move or not, because the loan is supposed to go through. We're waiting on the loan right now. The loan is what's holding us up right now. And once we get the paperwork for the loan, and once we submit that, it's in the bag, and then for sure we're moving. And I'm gonna give my landlord my 30-day notice before I give him my rent. Pass my rent out. When we move in, I'm gonna do the fumigation. After that, my mom's gonna come and clean the house up. Then I'm gonna get everything set up. I'll set up the internet, set up the cable TV. I gotta get everything service all installed over there. Make sure we have it when we move in. Because I'll get the keys to the house probably by the first week of June, but we're not actually gonna move in until July 1st. Well, the end of June/July. So, and we need to get out of the other house by then. But hopefully by then we have everything set up. I gotta get the house cleaned. I have to I gotta paint the shed, touch it up. I gotta fix the support beams on the whatever it's called. I forgot what the name of the thing is. The one that holds up the awning that needs to be replaced. And then we have to root up all the bushes and stuff, because they're going to be killed with the spray. So they said we got to get rid of it. So once I've done all that, then again we gotta get the AC cleaned. We gotta get the AC service. Got to get it freon. I had to put freon in it. Got to get the vents cleaned out. What else was there? Couple leaks. Well, not leaks, but couple, like, the water, the pressure they said is too high. I guess it needs to have a regulator installed. We need to there's a couple of the sinks need to be they got like a little bit of clog in there. So we need to get like Drano and unplug them. After all that, that's mostly it. And then, me setting up my room and everything. That's gonna take. I'm gonna be taking a whole week off from work to get all that shit done. So at least I can relax and enjoy my house. Hopefully, like I said, everything's established. I got the internet and everything set up, and I can get back to doing what I normally do. But that's the plan, Evangster. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on. So I mean, I'll keep you guys posted when it's actually going to happen. So I mean, you'll see me disappear for a few. Once I move, and we actually got to do the move in. I'm going to be disappearing for a while because we're going to be really busy. So I'm probably not going to be streaming for a few days. The other thing I'm going to have to probably do is probably have to download Genshin Impact on my phone and probably do my logins on my phone. Yeah, I gotta tie my account to my phone, so at least I have a way to play it on my mobile phone, so I can get my dailies done and shit. But if everything goes smooth, I shouldn't have any downtime on the internet if everything's set up right. Like if I basically we just move in, the internet's already set up. We just gotta get everything tied to it. I gotta make sure I buy the adapters, get all that shit set up. You know, because I gotta if I'm gonna do the hotspot, I have to get my computer needs a Wi-Fi network card, a good one, and then my computer at work needs a Wi-Fi card. My PS5 doesn't need one because it has a built-in one. I have to buy a couple of network cards. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm planning to do. So when we get the keys to the house, when I go down there to do the cleaning with my mom, which will be probably the first week of the month or the second week, I'll bring my phone with me, and then I'm gonna test it to see how it works. And if it works good, then I'll be like, hey, let's call up T-Mobile and let's get it set up. And then I'm gonna talk to all my people on my landline, tell them, hey, price is going up. I'm gonna have to charge you guys $35 a month now instead of 21. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna complain because they're gonna be like, hey, I need to upgrade our phone plan to a modern one because the one we have it doesn't support what I'm trying to do, so I have to do the upgrade. Because if they try to go by them, see, that's what I also tell them do. If they try to go by themselves to get a phone plan solo, it's way more expensive to do it that way. Though the phone plan solo would cost, I think, is like $70 or $80 a month to do it by yourself to open up a new line. So I think it's $80 a month for the Magenta Plus. I looked it up. Like this is, I'll show you what it is. This is what I'm talking about. This one, $85 a month for just one phone line, and then that's with the discount, with the $5 and off for doing auto pay. So it's fucking expensive. That's for just a single line. So so if you do the family plan, so you get unlimited premium, which is the non-throttle, unlimited talk and text, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE, 5G access, no extra costs. Uh, You also get free Netflix, which is cool. You get mobile hotspot, 40 gigs of high speed, of 40 gigs of hotspot data. But the way I'm going to do it, it's going to give me 100. So that's a lot for just solo. But then you do I think there's a way to, let's see right here, see, you change the number of lines, see how much it drops. It drops half price, or less than half price. If you have, I have 9 lines though, so I even get it even cheaper. It's down to 35. So it's the same thing. It's just you're getting more lines tied to the account. So, but yeah, with 9 lines, I said it's $35 a month. So I get another. I would get a little bit more of a discount for having that many lines. So I'm like, hey, that's fucking awesome. Hell, sign me up. That sounds like a great deal. And then I get like I said, I would get the way I would do it. I would get the 100 gigabytes. There's a way you can. There's a thing that you can add to the line for a little bit more money. It'll bump it up to 100 gigs uh of high speed data. And it throttles to unlimited 3G after you use the 100 gigs. And see where it talks about how Magenta Plus Max you don't get any throttling. So this means this does not get throttled. It does not slow down based on usage. So, which is good. So that means I can use it as much as I want on my phone, and it doesn't throttle. So I'll work it out. But yeah, this sounds like the best plan. It does sound like a pretty kick-ass plan. As long as the service works good, this sounds great. Like it sounds like it's something I can definitely use. We'll see what's up. But yeah, that's the best option I have. So that's what I plan to do. Uh, as far as what phone, I don't know. Supposedly they said it's Sprint, but I was like, but yeah, but Sprint is T-Mobile. I think they said Sprint, and I'm like, well, Sprint is T-Mobile. So Sprint got absorbed by T-Mobile. T-Mobile bought them out. So all Sprint towers are now T-Mobile towers. So if it's a Sprint network, it's a T-Mobile network. And so they're consolidating those two together. So they said all the towers that are Sprint are going to turn into T-Mobile. Well, I don't know. Well, again, we'll see. I'm still gonna keep my options open with AT&T. I'm gonna call them tomorrow because they're closed right now. They're not 24/7 support. T-Mobile is 24/7, but I'm gonna call them tomorrow and when I wake up, and I'm gonna ask them just to see like, hey, what options do you guys have? Within the within this area, that what plans do you offer? Because I need to know. Because if they at least offer a 50 megabyte, 5 megabyte upload plan, I can at least use that. If that's also an alternative, and if it's like $60 a month, that's fine. I can at least use it if it's because I think I read online that it's 1 terabyte of bandwidth, which is overkill. You know, I don't, you know, that it would be we would be perfectly fine for the household if they offer it. Now, if they say, hey, we don't offer that, all we have is this slow, cheap internet, then I'm like, yeah, then I don't want it. At that point, I'm not even going to bother because it's too slow. But I'm going to find out what they have just to see what they offer and what speeds they have available. Because if they do offer the 50 meg package, the 50 meg upload package, if that is a thing, you know, I'll take it for my dad because at least my dad could use it. That'll be fine for him. You know, and then I can use it as a backup on mine. I can say, oh, I'll set it up so he has it for him, and then I can hook up like my work to it. You know, just to have my work running on that network, and then I'll upgrade the internet for everything else, and then just. I mean, I could stream on that 5 meg. I mean, that's fine. I could stream with just 2 meg upload. That's fine because I would just reduce my stream to 720 30 frames because the 2000 you only need 2 megs a second for that. That's only at 40% of the upload speed, so I'd be fine, and it'd be unlimited data. So yeah, there's no crime over there. It's pretty good area. It's a gated community. It has security, so it's not bad. I'll be okay, man. Don't worry. It's safe. Not worried about that. Is that the only concern I have is the internet? That's the only concern because it affects my job and it affects my entertainment. That's really the biggest thing I'm concerned with. Everything else is not a problem. Like as far as fixing the house, we'll get that taken care of. That will be taken care of. It's just stuff we need to do. It's got maintenance here and there. It needs to be fixed. Once we fix it, it'll be fine. So, anywho's eventually, I'm gonna go sleep. I gotta get up at 12 to make some phone calls. I'm gonna call up. I'm gonna call up. What do you call it? Um, AT&T and see what they have. I gotta get more details on that. And then once I know for sure what they have, and then I'm probably if they don't offer shit, I'll be like, well, it looks like I'm going to T-Mobile. You know, that's probably what's gonna. I have a feeling the T-Mobile route is probably gonna be the route we're gonna take. So, but I need to do my homework first. We got time. You know, I might as well do it now while I have time before we get anything set up. I want to make sure I know what I'm jumping into. So, anywho, guys, you guys have a good one. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be the polls for Genshin Impact. I'm going to poll for Eula Banner. So, we'll see what happens there. So, anyways, you guys have a good one. Talk to you later. Take care.